Hi guys, this is Wizard1 bringing you a combined unboxing, operation, and review video for the KK-Moon Ultra Slim 3-inch 1080p car dash DVR that was on sale at the beginning of March for the amazingly cheap price of $12.75 US or about $17 Canadian with free shipping from TomTop.com. I and quite a few other people that ordered this were quite pleasantly surprised with the speed at which the item was delivered, as typically free shipping from China means a 1 to 2 month wait. However, it seems that TomTop bulk ships items to a company here in Canada, which receives and redistributes them via Canada Post Expedited Parcel. I ordered this item on March the 8th and I received it on the 20th. Before I begin, I just want to mention that this is going to be a combined unboxing, usage demo, and full review video. It will most likely be about 20 to 25 minutes in length, since this also includes 9 minutes of sample clips. So if there are any specific aspects of this video you want to look at, check out the table of contents in the description below and you'll be able to jump to the parts of this video that are relevant to you. Prior to ordering this dashcam, I did some research and found a video which showed some sample footage with some obvious frame rate problems with the KK-Moon. But being so cheap at $12.75 US, I took the risk and ordered one so that you, my viewers, can make your own educated choice whether or not this cheap dashcam is what you need or want. Following this unboxing and review will be video samples taken by the KK-Moon in 720p, 1080p, and 1080p night. Okay, so let's quickly unbox the device and also take a look at how to operate it. So opening the dashcam up, we have the dashcam itself, which is super slim. So you can see the dashcam itself. It is very slim. We have the suction mount bracket, a short micro USB cable, a long micro USB cable / car adapter, which will allow you to snake the cable along the seams of your windshield and console to make it more discreet. And lastly, we have the manual, which is in English as well as Chinese. Okay, so spec-wise, the KK-Moon Ultra Slim Dashcam features a 3-inch LCD color display, has a field of view of 170 degrees. It records in AVI video format in various resolutions, including 720p and 1080p. It can also take up to 12 megapixel still photos. As it is pretty much standard nowadays, the KK-Moon Ultra Slim auto records on startup. It supports looping video recording as well as G-sensor to auto lock videos or to start recordings when the car is stationary. The G-sensor is supported by a super small 200 milliamp hour internal battery, which can support a few minutes of recording, but the unit itself should be predominantly powered by the micro USB port. On the front, you can see the video lens here, the microphone port, the reset button, and the small IR LED on the front. On the right side of it, you will see the mini HDMI port, the trans flash slot, and the micro USB port. On the left side, we have the power button, the mode button, the up and down navigation, and lastly the OK/select buttons. Now that we've looked at the actual dashcam and the specs, let's quickly look at the actual operation of the device. Okay, when first powering this up, you should really set up the date and time before anything else. When you press the menu button, you'll see the video options. Holding down the menu button will move your selection to the next tab. Now you can just navigate down to the date and time and press the OK button. Okay, so then you will use the navigation buttons to set up your year. Once that is done, you hold down the menu button until it highlights the next field, and then you just basically progress until you've reached the very last field, and then you just do a tap on the OK, and it'll basically save it and take you back to the menu. Other setup options allow you to set up the sounds, the auto review, the power frequency, the power saving options, the languages, which is basically English, Chinese, or Japanese, the TV output, which is the choice between NTSC and PAL, the screensaver, which basically lets you set whether or not the screen turns auto on or off, the formatting of the micro SD card, and the reset all and the firmware version. Okay, pressing the menu again will bring you back to the operational mode, which is the video mode right now. In the setting menu, if you go back to the setting menu for videos, basically the menu allows you to change the resolution of your videos through the movie size, the recording interval, motion detection, the metering, white balancing. You can add effects if you want. I'm not sure why you really would want to. And lastly, whether or not you want timestamps on your videos. Okay, so while in any other operation mode, if you hold down on the menu, you'll switch over to the next operational mode, which is the still capture mode. And then if you hold it one more time, this is basically where you can replay your videos. Right now there's no videos because I haven't put in the micro SD card, but if there was videos on it, you can play back your videos. So basically just remember holding, Okay, so basically just remember holding down the menu switches between modes, while pressing the menu will bring up the menu button for the corresponding mode that you are in. In still capture mode, so let's go back to still capture mode. In still capture mode, you'll have basically similar settings to the video mode, which will allow you to adjust various resolutions, the picture quality, the metering, the sharpness, the white balance, the exposure, the timestamp, and the anti-shake, and also ISO levels. Okay, so that's really about it in terms of the operation of the KK-Moon Ultra Slim. It does take a little time to get used to all the side buttons, but afterwards it's not so bad. If the device does not automatically record, does not automatically start recording, or you want to temporarily stop or start recording, all you need to do is press the OK button. Right now there's no card in it, but if we were to put a card in it, focus again. So basically right now it's not recording. If you want to toggle that recording, all you do is you press the OK button and it'll basically start recording. If you want to stop it, you basically just press that and it basically will stop or not. There you go, you stop and it'll just go back to the passive mode, I guess you would call it. Lastly, to activate the LED on the front of the camera, all you need to do is press the power button once and it'll activate or deactivate it. While holding down the power will shut down the camera, although it will also do this when it detects that there is no power coming or supplying it through the micro USB port here. So let me just turn this off. Okay, so now that we've looked at the physical aspects, the unboxing and the operation of the KK-Moon Ultra Slim 3-inch DVR, I will now give you my review of the device. Overall, the unit performs as expected. I am unsure as to the max size of the memory card that this supports, as I don't own any cards that are larger than 32 gigabytes, but I know for sure that it supports a 32 gigabyte card. In terms of the size of the videos, you can expect a 3-minute video in 1080p to take up about 500 megabytes in size, while 720p videos are about 280 megabytes per file. For 5-minute 1080p clips, expect under 800 megabytes per file, while 720p 5-minute videos will take up 385 megabytes per file. For the price, the video quality isn't actually that bad. My unit's video still shows a little of the mentioned frame rate issues, but it doesn't seem as noticeable or predominant as the other sample video that I found on YouTube. I would say that the video produced is more than clear or good enough to be used as evidence if needed. In terms of night videos, the quality is watchable, but it's pretty grainy and not sharp. It does also suffer from haloing from light sources, but again, the quality is good enough to clearly capture what is going on. Sadly, the IR LED does very little to help with the quality of the night videos because it's so weak. Obviously, I haven't had a chance to test this DVR in extreme cold or hot temperatures, but I will try to make a follow-up video in the future addressing this. Other than that, I think it wraps it up for the unboxing operation and review of the KK-Moon Ultra Slim 3-inch 1080p card dash. It offers a very affordable option to people reluctant to invest a lot of money into a dash cam. The picture quality is more than adequate when you need videographic evidence of what occurred at a specific point in time while driving. Overall, it was an absolute steal at $12.75 US from TomTop.com. This has been Wizard One with the full unboxing, usage, and review video for the KK-Moon Ultra Slim 3-inch 1080p dashcam. If you found this video helpful, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and you'll be notified whenever new videos are posted. You can see here in the background, I do have quite a few other items that I will be reviewing and unboxing relatively soon. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you again in my next video. Now here are the 1080p, 720p, and 1080p night sample videos. You can also check out my channel for the raw versions of the samples.